Hello student, welcome back to this video session on analog and digital electronics. Here I am covering module 4 of 18 CS 33 syllabus of VTU for the third semester CS and IS student. So I am Vasant Nayak from Canara Engineering College. Now let's start. In my previous video I have covered the topics like K-map, Q-map and multiplexer, demultiplexer, that is module 2 and module 3, and other than that VHDL programming, that is hardware description language programming of module 4. So please refer these videos. Now we'll proceed to latches and flip-flops. So what is latches? What do you mean by flip-flops? What is the difference between latches and flip-flops? What is SR latches? What are the different types of flip-flops? All these things we will see in this session. Now latches and flip-flops. So like in digital switching circuits, there are two types. That is combinational switching circuits and sequential switching circuits. Now what is the difference between combinational switching circuits and sequential switching circuits? Combinational switching circuits are the circuits where the present output depends on the present input. The present output depends on the present input. Then what do you mean by sequential switching circuits? Sequential switching circuits have property where the output depends on not only the present input but also the past sequence of input. So the sequential circuit should be able to remember the past history of the inputs in order to produce present output. That means sequential circuits acts like a memory elements. They are able to store two stable states, that is 1 or 0. So sequential circuits acts like a memory elements. So sequential circuits are used in memory elements. So the example of sequential circuits are like latches and flip-flops and counters, etc. But the example of combinational switching circuits are like data processing circuits like multiplexer, demultiplexer, decoder, etc. So now we will see what is the difference between flip-flops and latches. As I said, the examples for sequential circuits, like in this module we will study the sequential circuit, that is latches and flip-flops. Now what is a flip-flop and what is a latches? Now flip-flops are memory element which has the clock input, that is which has the clock input, and the flip-flops can only change state in response to the clock pulse. So let me repeat, flip-flops are the memory element which has the clock input, and it can change state in response to the clock pulse, that is either positive edge triggered of the pulse or negative edge triggered of the pulse. Latches don't have any clock input. So latches don't have any clock input. This is a major difference between flip-flops and latches. Now we will see what are the different types of latches. There are different types of latches. They are like one is SR latch, second one is a D type of latch. In our discussion we will see SR latch and D type of latch. So and third one is gated latches. We will see all of this in our discussion. Before that, what is SR latch? So SR latch are constructed by using you can construct either by using NOR gate or NAND gate. In the diagram you can see two NOR gates are used, and output of the second NOR gate, in this case that is output of the second NOR gate is connected as a feedback to the first, and output of the first is fed to the second. So output of the second is fed back to the first. So this is called as a feedback. So other than that we are using two inputs, that is S and R. So what is the output of this SR latch? The output of this SR latch is when S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0, the output, that is Q remains last state or previous output, or there is no change in the output. When S is equal to 0 and R is 1, the output moves to 0, or it is called as reset state. When S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, then latches out, then the output forces into 1, that is other way the latch is set to be set. When both are 1, S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, then it provides something called as illegal or forbidden condition, or latches moves into illegal or forbidden condition, that we'll see later. What is illegal and forbidden condition? So now we will see the SR latch by using NOR gate and its working. So far we have seen what is SR latch and what is the truth table of SR latch. This is the truth table of SR latch. Now we will see the working condition of SR latch. So student, this is the diagram of SR latch. Here we have used two NOR gate. The output of the first NOR gate is connected as a feedback to the second one, and output of the second is fed back to the first one. The input are R and S. This is also called as RS latch or SR latch, and output is Q and Q bar. Output is Q and Q bar. That is, Q bar is the complement of Q, and this is the logical symbol for SR latch. So you can easily distinguish between the flip-flops and latches. In flip-flops you have clock signal. Here there is no clock signal. So now how this SR latch or RS latch works? So according to the truth table, let me draw the truth table of RS. So we have here two inputs, that is SR So when you use two input, this leads to combination, 4 combination, that is SR 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Now here the output, actually it is also called as Qn plus 1 next state, Qn plus 1. We need to write now. So we'll see now how this works exactly. So when R is equal to 0 and S is equal to 0, let's take R is equal to 0 and S is equal to 0. Let's imagine the last previous output of this circuit is 0. When this is 0, this becomes 0. So both are 0 to this. So this is the first NOR gate and this is the second NOR gate. So both inputs are 0 to the second NOR gate. That gives output is equal to 1. When this output is fed back to the first NOR gate, so the output of the first NOR gate, is 0. That is same as last state. So I have taken here, I have assumed here last state is equal to, for explanation I have assumed here last state is equal to 0. So we got output is same, that is I can write here no change or last state. I write here no change or last state, that is nothing but Qn. So we are checking the present input, that is Qn plus 1, and the last state is Qn. Now we'll move to the second combination 0 1. So for the second combination 0 1, R is equal to 1, S is equal to 0. Now we'll see here two combination, the output for the two combination of the last state, that is we will take last state is equal to, last state is nothing but, I will write the last state here 0. In this color I will write the last state 0. So now I will take the combination of S and R is equal to 1. So R is 1 here, R is 1, S is equal to 0. So this 0, that is, this is the first NOR gate and this is the second NOR gate. So output of the first NOR gate is fed back to the second. So here it becomes 0 and here it becomes 1. So output of the second is fed back to the first. So 1 and 1, this becomes 0. That means when R is equal to 1, output is called as reset. That is, when R is equal to 1, output is called as reset or 0. Now we will assume last state is equal to 1. Last state is equal to 1, and we will see whether output will get reset to 0 or not. So here I will take last state is equal to 1. I will take last state is equal to 1. Let me use different color. I will take last state is equal to 1. This is the last state is equal to 1. Now I will take the value of R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 0. R is equal to 1 and S is equal to 0. So this is the first NOR gate and this is the second NOR gate. Output of the first NOR gate is fed back to the second. So now second NOR gate has two inputs, 0 and 1. So output of the second NOR gate is 0 and 1 is 0. That is fed back to the first one. So output of the first NOR gate is you will get 0. That means in both cases, when you assume last state is equal to 0 or 1, output will get reset when you use the combination 0 and 1. When you use the combination of SR 0 and 1. Now we will move to SR combination 1 and 0. So we will see SR combination 1 and 0. So SR combination is 1 and 1. Sorry, R is 0, S is 1. I will take S is 1 and R is 0. Now we will assume the last state is 0. This is the first NOR gate and second NOR gate. Second NOR gate, output of the first NOR gate is fed back to the second NOR gate, that is 0. And here it becomes, output of the second NOR gate becomes 0. And that is fed back to the first NOR gate. And output of the first NOR gate becomes 1. So when S is 1 and R is 0, then it is going to be set the flip-flop or latch. So this action is called as set and 1. Now the last condition is called as forbidden condition or illegal condition. So what is forbidden condition and illegal condition? See here, we have two inputs, S and R, and two output Q and Qn and Qn bar, or it is better to write here Qn plus 1. So better to write it is Qn plus 1. Always we check the output of the next state. So 1 is the complement of other. So for that case, in our truth table you have represented only Qn plus 1 and not Qn plus 1 bar. So you have not written here Qn plus 1 bar. So we have only written Qn plus 1. So now we will take R is 1 and S is 1. Let's assume last state is equal to 0. Now this is the first NOR gate and this is the second NOR gate. The output of the first NOR gate is fed back to the second. Now this becomes 0 and 1 to NOR gate. This becomes 0. This 0 is fed back to first NOR gate. So 1 and 0 output becomes 0. So students, you might have observed now here both output becomes 0, either 0 or 1 based on the last state. Both output becomes 0 or 1. But our output is either one is a complement of other. That means if you get Qn is equal to 0, Qn plus 1 is equal to 0, then you should get Qn plus 1 bar should be 1. If you get Qn plus 1 is equal to 1, you should get Qn plus 1 bar should be 0. Both input cannot be same. So this condition in SR flip-flop is called as forbidden condition or illegal condition. Illegal condition or forbidden condition means this cannot happen because one should be the complement of other. So this is called as forbidden. So this is the main drawback. This is the main drawback of this SR latch, because SR latch cannot work properly when both inputs are 1. In order to avoid this condition, we are using JK flip-flop. In JK flip-flop, when both conditions both are 1, that is J is 1 and K is 1, output will toggle. So this is the drawback of SR. So in order to avoid this one, this last case we are using, if you use SR, then you have to use other flip-flop in your design, because SR will not work when both S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1. So this is the working condition of this one SR using NOR gate. Now we'll see how this same SR latch will work by means of NAND gate. That is, we will see the implementation of NAND. Student, before proceeding to SR implementation by using NAND gate, we will see once again, we will revise the concept here. This is the truth table of SR latch. Instead of calling truth table, we can call it as a transition table. There's a difference between truth table and transition table, because transition table output depends on not only the input but also depends on the fast output or input. So fast input or output. So here output not only depend on the present input, also it depends on the fast input. So this is called a transition table, but truth table is somewhat different compared to transition table. So we will see here, when S is equal to 0 and when S and R is both are 0, then output, I told you already, it is the last state. When it is 0 and 1, it is 0. When it is 1 and 0, it is 1. That is, latch is going to be set. Here latch is going to be reset. Here latch is going to be set. When both are 1 and 1, that is called as forbidden condition. Now we will see the working condition of SR latch. We will see the working condition of SR latch by means of a simple example. In terms of waveform, we'll see. We'll give the like input in terms of waveform, and we'll see exactly how the output works, or the output we'll see with respect to timing diagram. Students, here you can see we have two inputs S and R, and we will measure the output with respect to time one, like T1, T2, T3 and T4. There are 4 instants of time, T1, T2, T3 and T4. We are not using any clock signal, but time as a reference, T1 and T2, T3, T4 as a reference. Now we will see when both S is 0 and R is 0, according to our truth table, that is, when S is 0 and R is 0, last state. So in this case, we will take last state is 0 itself. When S is equal to 1, R is 0. So you see here, when S is equal to 1, R is 0, output is set 1. So means you should get output is equal to 1. So you see here, output, you are getting output 1. But you have to make a note here that you are not getting exactly the output at instant of T1, because we know each and every gate has got its own processing delay or switching delay or gate delay. Because of that delay, the output will get shifted with certain nanosecond or microsecond time. Here you can see that is the shifting of output waveform you can see. That is because of it is called as processing delay or gate delay. Now we will see the third case. When S is 0, R is 0. Once again, according to our previous according to our truth table, when S is 0, R is 1. Sorry. Yeah, let me take you to that one. Yeah, and when S is 0, R is 0. When S is 0, R is 0, last state. So here you can see S is 0, R is 0. So last state, what is the last state? Last output state, that is nothing but 1. So this 1 will continue from year to year. At this instant you can see S is 0, R becomes 1. When R becomes 1, the output will be forced to reset. So output goes to 0. So here you can see there is a shift in the output from with respect to time instant T1 and T2, T3, T4. That is because of, as I said, it is the gate delay. Because of the gate delay, output will get shifted. But you have to remember only one thing here. When it is 0, 0, 0, when it is 0, 1, output will be set 1. When it is like once again 0, 0, output will remain in the last state. So what is the last state here? That is 1. So same output will continue. When it becomes R is becomes 1 and S is becomes 0, then output will post to 0. So this is the working working procedure of SR latch.